Let's begin by taking a walk, right here, across the Trift Glacier Suspension Bridge in the Swiss Alps. No, I suppose it might look a little unnerving to some, but to me, it just looks like fun. I've always been fascinated by bridges. The more unusual, the better. So let's step off this adventurous beginning to explore some of the most incredible bridges in the world. The architecture and engineering, the visually appealing structure of them, and cross each bridge when we come to it. Bridges are some of the world's most magnificent marvels of engineering, but they also feature some of the most innovative designs. According to a Transportation Research Board special report on the potential impacts of climate change on transportation, many bridges are designed to withstand storms that have a probability of occurring only once or twice every 100 years. And then there are some bridges, the ones that curl, tilt, or even shoot water, that are, quite simply, cool. Take example for the Gateshead Millennium Bridge and the Twin Sails bridges, both located in England. On June 28, 2001, 38,000 people in Gateshead, England, lined the banks of the River Tyne to see a new marvel of engineering tilts for the first time. The innovative tilting pedestrian and cyclist bridge called the Gateshead Millennium Bridge has become a landmark for the northeast of England. The bridge is made up of two graceful curves, one forming the deck and the other supporting it, spanning between two islands. According to the website of Wilkinson Air Architects, the designers of the bridge, the curves then pivot around their common springing points to allow ships to pass beneath, using an innovative rotational movement similar to those of an opening eyelid. The Twin Sails Bridge spans the backwater channel in Dorset, England. The double-leaf bascule bridge opened in April 2012 and was also designed by Wilkinson Air. The bridge features two 75-foot-tall lifting leaves, both powered by hydraulic rams that can open the bridge up to allow for the passage of boats through the channel. In its closed position, the bridge is completely flat, but when the two triangular spans are lifted, the leaves then resemble the sails of yachts. According to Amusing Planet, it takes 2 minutes for the bridge to fully open. In China, incredible engineering design twists its way through a bridge. Recently unveiled to the public, this knot-shaped steel pedestrian bridge crosses the Dragon King Harbor River in the Chinese megacity of Changsha. Designed by Next Architects, the Lucky Knot Bridge is 606 feet long and 78 feet high. The bridge's loop design features 3 footpaths that wind up and down, connecting two parks and offering stunning views of the river. Continuing our trek through Asia, we find 2 more stunning bridges in Vietnam and South Korea, with design steeped in beauty and tradition, a symbol of power and fortune in Asia. Dragons are seen all over the continent, but Vietnam takes the dragon motif to a whole new level when it unveiled its 2,185-foot-long Dragon Bridge located in the city of Da Nang. In 2013, the steel dragon-shaped bridge, which spans the River Han, literally breathes fire from its mouth. The fire-breathing show takes place every weekend at 9 p.m. According to CNN, the bridge is also illuminated by more than 2,500 LED lights, which treat spectators to a dazzling light show. The Banpo Bridge in Seoul, Korea, may be the most multifunctional bridge in the world. The span, which crosses the Hangang River, is actually a 2-tiered bridge which stands on top of the submergence bridge that was designed to be submerged in water during the rainy season and accommodates 2 lanes for cars, a pedestrian walkway, and a bicycle lane. According to Visit Korea, the official tourism website, in 2019, the moonlit rainbow fountain was added to Banpo Bridge, making it the world's longest fountain bridge and site the site of a spectacular water and light show with 380 water jets, which shoot 190 tons of recycled water per minute. One is quite simple, while the other is completely unique. In Graz, Austria, a combination bridge, island, and floating platform called the Murinzell, designed by American architect Vito Acconci, is a steel and glass structure that links the two banks of the Mur River. But more than just a footbridge to get to the other side, the Murinzell also features an artificial island with curves and twists shapes that form a half-opened seashell. The shell contains a floating cafe, a children's playground, and an amphitheater that hosts events, according to the official Austrian tourism websites. And in Scotland, the Falkirk Wheel is the world's only rotating boat lift, which is used to connect the Forth, Clyde, and Union Canals. The wheel raises boats by 79 feet, but the Union Canal is still 36 feet higher than the aqueduct, which meets the wheel, and boats must pass through a pair of locks to get between the top and bottom of the wheel and the Union Canal. Now, as I said, I find the coolest bridges to be those unusual feats of architecture and engineering, but it just feels right to cross those last bridges when they come. Those last bridges with some of the less elaborate and yet each is truly unique and meaningful in its own way. Stepping back to the 17th century in the Netherlands, where fortresses and moats protected the West Brabant water line region against the French and Spanish invaders, the restoration of a fort has given designers an opportunity to build an innovative bridge that can bring visitors across the moat. To preserve the hidden qualities of the fort, designers built an invisible bridge across the moat and constructed it so it can't be seen from a distance because the ground and water come all the way up to its edge. The sunken bridge, called Moses Bridge, because it invokes the biblical image of Moses parting the Red Sea and gives the illusion of people crossing through the moat, according to the Daily Mail. And finally, one of my favorites in Meghalaya, India, the rainiest place on earth, a form of tree shaping takes place that creates natural suspension bridges. The roots are trained, not by professionally trained architects and engineers that I've introduced to you this far, but by the local Kahazi people. They are trained to grow through betel tree trunks, which are placed across the gap, until the figs roots take roots on the other side. According to Inhabitants magazine, this process can take well over a decade before the bridge is fully functional, and then over time the bridge grows and strengthens. Now I'm still up for this adventurous high-wire walk across the Trift Glacier in the snowy Alps. But for the faint of hearts, there are more unique and beautiful bridges across the world to visit and walk, to drive over or boat under, and I've barely scratched the surface here today. Whether it's the feats of architecture and engineering that appeal to you, the beauty, fun, or adventure, I hope that you too know the bridge to cross when you come to it.